And let's get it. Let's turn the music up and go for a test. Let's check our stream vitals real quick. Vitals. It's vital that we check it. All right, go into the channel, make sure that everything's working and audio's working. Let's check our stream. All right, looks like we're doing good. Okay. Let me go over here. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, as the title suggests, we will be doing a more miscellaneous stream today. Welcome if you are not asynchronous with us. You're still watching this off of the recording, and welcome if you're on the stream new. So Pat and I will be just kind of adding a couple different things today. We're also adding some different terrain types on our gym map here. So right now, this is our gym map, and we have like little explosives in the map. We have different ramp type and heights, and then we also are now trying to add some of our terrain types. So basically, the different types that would slow you are probably the most typical terrain types. We'll have like slip terrain types and that kind of stuff eventually too, but I think right now you just need to test the different cart types off of the slow terrain, and then eventually get over to the other terrain types. But yeah, this could be good. So if you're new to the stream or Chaos Cart, basically we have 3 different types of cart. So we have our fly types that are affected by rough terrain usually, and then we have our off-roader who has a reduced debuff off of when you go into the terrain. You're not being as slowed as you would be if you're a street type. And the last one is the street type with your typical kart racer, who is really good on the road and has additional speed kind of boost over the other kart types, but is very punished when they get into the off-road or they're hit into off-road. So awesome. I'm gonna go maximize yours for right now. See what we're doing. I'm gonna mark the stream for a minute.
All right. Yeah, what I'm doing right now is I just recently got rid of a bunch of stuff in C++ for base classes, which just means I need to go through here and just find the spots where it's complaining, because like we are gas, so I don't need these things that are in here. So just you, or you, or you. Don't need you.
Let's see here.
our terrain types here. Oh, I forgot I made the floor. More slippery. I don't see no one's using.
Yeah, which terrain types do we have currently that you're working with? You have ice.
Well, we had like a weird variety of stuff. So I'm just getting rid of some of the ones that. Who is? Whatever.
Test.
Basically not one I'm wanting to use right now because I haven't like come up with a thing for it. I'm just like, well, I guess you're gonna die. Yes. Material slippery. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So we got rough. We got normal track, which is just going to be 2. So this. All right.
So rough.
So these all have a physical material spot there. So you can put slippery. I can put track, and I can put no friction. There's that. We have slippery. I want to be like 0.1. Track is that, and then wall is need to care. All right. So let me just test this real quick. So if I drive over here, okay, I drive like normal on the actual normal ground now, and then what is this? Oh no, the text is too high. I can't see.
Oh no.
Everything is slower. That's not right. Yeah, so no friction on one of those. It was definitely not no friction. Okay, let's lower you so you're touching there, so you're a lot easier to see. Where is your text?
Oh. You'd probably just do color if you wanted to. Color and something.
Yeah.
Text would work too. Text is good. Just kind of.
Wait, what's going on then? Okay,
Just make it like ultra big.
updating their terrain tile type, but just in case. So you are block all as a world static. Yep. Okay, and set physics material. Okay, so we should have different terrain types. Wait, what? I can't move.
Oh no. That must be the glue terrain type.
Guess so. The slippery terrain type.
Just had 1,000 friction. Yeah, when you push that, I'm gonna try it on the different. Do we have it to where weight classes are affected differently by the terrain types too? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, it was straight. It was weight classes, and it was also so heavies can trudge through it a little bit easier than lights, right? Or was it the opposite?
It was they could go through easier than lights.
Okay, yeah. So the heavier you are, the easier it is to get through stuff, and then also the class or the cart type matters significantly.
Ah, there we go. Okay. No friction. That 1.2. Okay. Track, no. Rough. Okay. So, what needs to actually be checked out? It's trying to tell me that. Thank you, Perforce. Right. Now I can push it. La 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 la. Okay. It is on its way. Yeah, you can also like just assign them different colors too if you want. Just like go into mesh and just like go color and change it. Read you these.
Oh, okay. So you just pushed it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Push.
I'll go ahead and pull those changes. Get this out of the way.
If you want with these strips, oh yeah, right. The box of brushes. Okay, what else was I doing? Can you remember? It should be all pushed, so whenever you want, you can pull.
Yeah, I'm pulling now. I think my stuff is a tad slower when I'm streaming.
That makes sense. You have all the bandwidth piling up.
Not sponsored to you by Ghost. Yet.
Yet we are both.
Yet. It's very tasty.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm having sour gummy worms. Okay. Come on, you can do it. It's being really slow this morning. Yeah, it'd be cool to hook up the new Bucky V effect when we can for his second ability. I know he's been kind of lacking his stuff for a little bit. Oh, did it work? Something's happening. Come on, Perforce. There we go. Good morning. Welcome to the stream, y'all. Let's see. Hey, there we go. All right, got the pool.
Do not need.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna go to gym map. Okay. So we got here, we have the different floating text boxes. So we have our rough, PM rough, PM track. So PM track is just typical. PM track is just typical track, just like it's a. Okay.
So like our normal tracks have for their.
PM no friction. This is a slippery road then, or slippery. What is no friction then? If there's slippery and no friction.
Slippery is it has some still though. Well, ideally the no friction would be like complete. Like again, it's arbitrary. I just was like using the ones I already have, so we can just say slippery is only.
Sure. Go for a test. So here is rough. Okay, so I was being slowed by 75%, it looked like. So I was at 0.25. The gradient's off as soon as I jump off of it. Okay, cool. So this is the no friction one over here. Woo! A super slidey. Whoa. It's like ice extra. And here's the other slippery one.
Yeah, I think actually that one has something wrong, and it's actually just rough.
Yeah, it feels like it's just rough. It's like I'm being slowed, but it's not actually showing my ground resistance. It's changing. That's strange. This here's typical. Okay, so this rough is like very rough then too. Does the no friction one actually speed you up at all? It feels like I'm going faster.
Well, it's because you're sliding, right?
Yeah, I guess it's using the curve. Okay, that makes sense. Awesome. I guess we could have speed strip kind of terrain 2 or whatever the speed trip material would be. Kind of thing. Would be a cool one to have.
Yeah, you have a model you're thinking of for using that?
I think we do have something. Let's see. Woo. That's cool. Yeah, I think we from that, just the cart pack itself had it. Let's see. Where's the cart physics pack stuff?
What?
Yeah, the cart template fit. The cart template stuff had a speed strip. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
In here. Ramp floor. I think.
Okay. I think that could be applied to a thing then. There should be a file inside that underscore game blueprints called like effect applier or something.
Where was it again?
In blueprint folder.
Okay, blueprint folder. All right.
Okay, so you see that thing that says like effect applier?
Yes.
So right click that.
Right click it. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so just say create child.
Is that how it works?
At the very top. Yes, that's how it works.
That's how you create children.
That's what Zach said today. Alright, so it's called like B underscore speed strip.
Great child. Should I get rid of everything else? The effects, all the stuff?
Huh?
Should I get rid of all this other stuff?
Oh, yeah, no, completely reverse.
Alright. Speed strip. Okay, cool. Alright.
Okay, so open that up. And so you see how there's that collider?
Yes.
Just double click there.
Oh, this right here?
Oh yeah, so you see that right there? So click above it. Or actually, sorry, no, just go to add.
Add?
Yeah, just it's just barely above the click. No, wrong ad.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. So just say static mesh.
Okay.
Okay. And now, do you have a model that you want to use for the speed strips? You have to apply the. You can just put like a cube and put that material on.
Okay.
For now. So just like in the right hand side, you see where it says static mesh.
Over here.
You passed it. Right there.
Oh yes. Yeah, okay. So I just
Yeah.
pull
So
static mesh. I could use a cube.
yeah.
Wasn't sure if I'd...
And then we can just resize it. Yeah. So then what's that material called?
Cube material. So I should just
No.
change it to... Oh.
The speed strip one.
Oh, that was, let's see, that was in the cart stuff. Content. Where I see that again. Yeah, here it is. Template, materials. So there's M loop floor SB, and then there's this ramp floor SB. Probably this one.
Yeah. Why I'll try both?
Yeah, let's give it a shot. So if I scale it down,
You may need to like rotate it if you want to like have the bars be
what's that? Rotate it?
no.
So I'll probably make it bigger. I think I just have snapping too.
So right, you can change the snapping per type of moving.
Yeah, I think I want to keep it like that. I'll just have it hover over stuff. And then the collider, should I change the collider type or just this look fine? And
Oh yeah. So before anything else, go and place this in the level to see how it looks.
Sure. All right, so this just.
You probably don't want to always close everything.
Oh, true.
And then reopen them.
That's a good point. All right, so that would be in blueprints. We had it. I can just drag and drop it on from blueprints onto here. So I'll have it before a ramp, I guess. Yeah.
And make sure that the stack meshes themselves don't have collision. So within the BP.
Okay.
And just scroll down to where the collision section is and it says no collision.
On here?
Yeah. Because you click the component and so now you go to its properties. You see how it says block all dynamic?
Yes.
Change that to no. No collision.
So here?
Yeah. Do you see the no collision section? From the drop down. Click it.
Oh, yeah, right, okay. Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. And I can later make it so you can have an option of using like a box collider instead of like the sphere, but you should be able to run through that now and get a speed boost, because I think that's what by default happens as its effect.
Okay.
It applies, yeah.
Let's give it a shot. I can see the collider guess currently. It felt like I was going faster. I'm not sure how long the duration was, but that's pretty cool.
Well, okay, so this is a speed. Yeah, I get +2 speed currently when I go through it.
Okay, so is it only during going through it?
No, I have to a little bit. This one at least it gives me 2 for like I think 5 seconds. Yeah.
Continue. Did I have like a mini crash? Oh yeah. Rip.
You know what? Is it giving info? Is it giving any info on it?
It was an exception thing, exception thrown. I'll try to get. It was when I tried to brake or I tried to reverse in through the collision. I should have just. What was that?
The collision of what?
Oh, so I drove through it and then started reversing into it, into the collider of the BP. Let's see. Yeah, dang it. The crash messed me up. I'll do it again.
That's why. Okay. I see what happened. So what happened is when it looks inside the data table for, hey, where should I get the speed stat? It gets too high of a value.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Rounded level equals F math. Lamp 0 to 10. There you go. Granted, that does. Might need to change a little bit about how like the speed boosting does stuff off of maybe not off of your attributes, like not directly modifying your attributes or something. I'm not sure. Because otherwise it's like, okay, well, what if somebody has what should be a speed set of 12? Do we need to like fill in those values? I mean, we can. Yeah. So that error should not be there anymore. You go away.
Alright, now turn off the collision again and then save. Block, no collision. Yeah, maps. Gym map, gym 1.
Do you want me to make the gym map the default map that Unreal opens to?
Probably. I think that'd be
Okay.
pretty good.
If you want to do that super quick on your end too, your local end, just go to Edit.
Okay.
Project Settings. Then select the category Maps and Modes. It's on the left-hand side in the Project section.
Project section.
Up 3 more. Yeah.
Oh.
Maps and Modes.
Maps and modes. Okay, got it.
Do you see the editor map?
Yes.
So make that the gym map.
Gym 1.
You can just cite gym as well, like help find it faster.
I guess gym 1 is what it was. Okay.
Wait, default game or editor map?
Oh. Well, right now the marketing map is the game default.
Yeah, so that's good. Then the editor should be gym.
Okay.
So you should be good then.
Should I just make the game map as gym as well? Or keep
So
it
the
as...
game map is what opens in a package build.
Oh, then probably just the marketing map for now.
Yeah.
I think that feels the best.
Go. Yeah, maps. Gym. I was playing through the Bowser's Castle level in Mario Kart to see how it actually looks like when it's filled with, when it's not just a all white same reflection.
Yeah, yeah. All right, here we go. Let's try this again. Okay, you see you figured out why it crashed last time for this?
Yeah.
Okay, is the speed stuff.
Yeah, because essentially is looking at the table for a speed value of 11.
Okay.
So that's why I think maybe doing this isn't the best right now. Oh, you're wanting to the fun problems of Unreal orientation of things.
That's annoying. I can just do it before I rotate it in. Yeah. Actually, it won't even let me rotate it at all. It's rotating the collider rather than the actual mesh.
It should be doing both if you're rotating the entire object. Oh.
Does it wanna?
I wonder if that might be something to do with like the material.
That's weird. Like it scales and moves just fine, but doesn't rotate. Okay, it may crash on me again if I don't make the changes. Should I just pull your new stuff, or should I should make the change myself?
I'll push.
Okay. Should I save this BP? This new one?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure before I pull and get out of here. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pull. All right, cool. Unsupported image format thumbnail. Oh my gosh.
Crashing you?
No, I just did a dumb. One warning reported. I just like closed out of Unreal and then I just replayed it without pulling.
Mm.
All right, cool. Walk away. So excited. Okay, I'm pulling. Welcome to the stream. Good morning, y'all. I really am liking the Discord events. I think this really been really cool for people to know when we're streaming. It's like the Discord events thing like pops up now. It's kind of fun.
Last working. More peeps.
Yeah.
Join the fun. Okay. So you should automatically.
Come on. Come on, Visual Studios, you can do it. All my pulls have been taking a lot longer. And I think this is probably because I'm streaming.
Yeah.
Oof. What are you up to, Pat?
Oh, just UI right now.
UI stuff.
Yep. Let me go in here.
There we go. Okay, now I should have your stuff. Let's move. Woo! So it wouldn't adjust my my ground resistance. It'll just adjust my speed on the top right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The boost.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So you see
Okay,
how this-
cool. So that was popping my speed and acceleration. That's cool. Yeah, I was looking at the different things here. Nice. Okay, it lingers for a bit. There we go. Okay, I like that. That's cool. Yeah, I think if we just have it proc the boost animation, then that'll look really dope. It'll feel good. Awesome. Okay, we have functional speed strips now. Okay, cool. And then for those who are just jumping in, welcome. And we're working on a few different rough terrain stuff. This rough terrain currently has this like the 0% or 0 friction, which has been pretty crazy to test. Whoa, there we go. Yeah, you just slide off of it actually. This one is heavily slowed. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but we just figure that out.
I think I made the wrong value change. Because there's the one of them, the closer to 1, the more something happens, and then the other one, the closer to 1, the less something happens.
Yeah.
So that's probably what happened here. You can try if you exit play and click on that tile, then open the physics material, then we can try and see.
Okay. Let me get out of here. Okay. So then click on the tile. That one is this one.
So in details, you see how you have world settings up right now?
Yes, details.
Yeah. So see that PM slippery, double click it.
Slippery.
Down. Up. Double click that.
Okay.
Alright, so make its density just a value of 1. Okay. Now go on it.
I'm gonna hold off on saving it right now. Just go for a test. Test run. Alright, so I'm gonna go to the 0 friction here into slippery road. Well, it's definitely not doing what it was. Let's see. Yeah, that feels slippery for sure. That's cool. Okay, looks like. Okay, I can still get friction off of this. Okay. I think that we should turn off drifting and boosting on the slowing rough terrain, kind of like Mario Kart has, because you can't benefit from the boost anyway, since it just caps the speed, and so it's almost like other than just being able to drift and then boost right outside the rough terrain like that, it wouldn't really benefit you if you try to boost outside the rough terrain, like inside the rough terrain, like this. You're just not gonna get any benefit. So it's almost kind of like weird.
Okay. Here, what I can do is
yeah, just the ones that slow you though. Like slippery, I think is fine and all that stuff, of course. But like, just anything that slows should like just completely disable drifting. It just feels kind of weird. Well.
Here's what I can do. View property, edit defaults only.
Yeah, I like that a lot. If we were procking animation for the speed strip, do you have to do that with each individual character?
What?
To proc the boosting animation for the speed strip?
What about it?
How would I do that? Is there a certain way to, or is that just like a code thing? Is there something I can do to like make that happen? I'm not really sure if I can.
Not a simple way.
Okay.
No.
Okay. That's all. That's mostly what I was asking.
All right. I'm making so that there's a spelled that. I'm gonna make it so that there is a invalid drifting terrains variable on our movement component.
Okay.
So that's
So I think drifting should be seen as like a channeling thing. So similar to how like a long hit would be negated by crowd control, I think drifting should also be negated by crowd control. If you get hit by something that displaces you, I think drifting would also be disabled then. Like if the air time status effect or displacement status effect, then that would disable your boost from the drift, or just completely turn your drift off.
Sometimes.
You're good.
Yeah. If susp info dot physics mat, yeah, okay, so invalid during terrains not contains susp info dot let's make that a function. No. Pool is on terrain. So that's info from our cache assumption. Oh, they'll let us know about what the ground is like.
Be back in 1 second.
If I am not drifting, I do not care, so I'll say return false. But if I am drifting, then if invalid drifting terrains not contains that return true. Okay. So let's go to our physics tick.
So you're doing some UI stuff?
It was, yeah. I'm doing drift.
Okay, okay. No,
Let me
not
buy
to do.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what I just mean by it's all over the place. Thing that needs it. Here's another thing that needs it.
It is a miscellaneous stream. I think you'll probably benefit from a few miscellaneous streams, just like checking some boxes and getting some stuff finished.
Yeah.
It's not always so streamlined.
It's a mess. This ore is there. Okay, if I'm drifting and my access is less than that, or I'm on invalid. Which falls. Then if I go into now we shouldn't drift boost when we're not in that.
Alright, I'm gonna test the different weight classes on these rough terrains. See how
Okay,
it
yeah.
feels.
Yeah, basically anything that's a static mesh, you can attach those physics materials to, and that will control how stuff drives on them. So
That's cool.
you can have fun with throwing on anything. Why? My Visual Studios just keeps wanting to not compile for some reason. It won't tell me why.
That's no bueno. Default hero. So the default hero is currently a medium street. But what if the default hero was a heavy street? Let me see what that looks like. I don't think I know what all the values were on how that would change from slow. So I think right now the medium and heavy street both are the same speed reduction on off-roading. I'm not sure if it's because of the street value though. It's like all streets kind of just heavily affected.
Well, like, not everything will change your stats, right? Like, the terrain's not going to change your stats.
Right. I didn't know if you had like certain weight classes are affected less by rough terrain. So,
They are.
Yeah. So this
It might not be tuned correctly.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, heavy street. Looks like the meta strat here is to just hop a lot in rough terrain. So I'm constantly going up to one value.
All right, well, it's time to make it so that's
I don't think it's a problem actually, because I think that's how you do it in Mario Kart too.
yeah, I don't think that's necessarily the best way to have the game work though. So what I'm gonna do is just whenever hop is called. And
Yeah, hop is pro strat.
And with this line of code, it's now gone.
Hop is no longer pro strat.
Dang, not the power I wield.
Check out the new emojis. I think I can do them myself. Let's see. I should be able to do it myself. They're my emojis. I have the talk emoji now. It's kind of fun. What's up gamer emoji, boop, which is kind of hard to see. I might change boop, and then just F's in the chat.
I want a different color F because that just makes me think Fortnite.
Oh no, you're right. Fortnite in the chat.
Like just the normal gray F, like just like the icon from the Call of Duty game or whatever where the meme came from.
Yeah, that's totally a Fortnite F. All right, I'll change that. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad that YouTube allows you to make emojis now. It's fun.
Yeah. very all over the place stream, but sometimes that's how it doobie do.
That's true.
Or just waiting for your computer. That- there.
All right, I'm gonna try to change it over to how does. Let's make sure the flyer is not affected by the rough terrain again. I'm gonna give that a shot. Reset. Okay, so effectively, this should not be affected by this slow terrain. Nice. Okay. And also, I really like how we have the higher hop now. It's so fun having it be floaty.
Yeah, and part of that is just from changing the gravity.
That was just space bar to that one.
Yeah, that one gets you a bit too high.
I like it being a little bit high, so I might even be down to just say like we should do a little bit more than that. Like
we could do a symbol
too
under
high, but
if flyers are in the air, they have like a reduced amount of like speed, like they can still drive around stuff, but it's like a lower speed. That way, like being in the air is not as much of a like you're stuck in place thing.
So slightly, okay, yeah. This could be a problem though when you when you hit an edge of something, you just kind of like get this crazy ramp. So this is the for those that are new to the stream. This is a flyer type cart that I basically put the attributes of a flyer type. And our flyer type currently has increased hop height, lower gravity, and increased handling in air. We really wanted to have it feel a lot different than the typical cart. Additionally, the flyers are not affected by rough terrain like this. And in certain circumstances they are, but yeah, not this one. So yeah, I know we wanted it. Is the drifting in here, by the way, where like if you start drifting as a flyer, then it'll be kind of tighter and also affected by rough terrain?
No, we only talked about that.
Oh, okay. Actually, I'm being slowed right now.
Oh,
so it is functional. Yeah. You just forgot. So yeah, so right now, see on my ground resistance on the far left here, the flyer is currently 1, so 1 ratio, basically 100% movement speed ability. However, when the flyer, when I start drifting here, then it's as if their foot is down, and so they actually are affected by the rough terrain during that duration. And also the flyer has a floatier hop, but as you can see, it has a tighter drift like that. You can really crank your handling pretty tightly. So yeah, I think the flyer's gonna be a lot of fun. I think it'll be a lot different than what people are used to. Boop. And yeah, see, I have a lot more handling than most carts would in air as a flyer. Their downside is mostly that they are heavily affected by in combat by knockaways. So yeah, that's kind of one of the main thing is that they are basically heavily affected by any kind of disruption or what do you call it? Basically CC, crowd control. Displacement. I was looking for displacement. Yeah. Okay, but if I change it over to... Let's see how the off-road handles. I'll do an off-road heavy. So, the street vehicles were heavily affected by... goodness. By the rough terrain. Now, if I jump on with an off-roader, then that speed reduction is itself reduced by 50%, looks like. Or
any downsides of flyers where you can get launched by people. Yeah, it's only 0.5.
Oh, okay, so it's reduced by 25. So everyone else is affected by, well, at least the street is affected by 75%, and this is affected by 50%. So it just has like a reduction by 25. 0.25.
Yeah, we might need to change exactly the ratios on that to make it
Yeah.
feel more powerful, but yeah.
Did you still want to have the gradient where like when I hop in, it doesn't immediately snap to that, where it kind of has that like momentum feel? We don't have to do that now, but it'd be something cool to
Well, that will
do.
exist no matter what. Um, that just means we can reduce the power of friction. Is all of that means.
Okay. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I like our different types. I think it's gonna be pretty unique.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm probably gonna like the off-roaders the most.
Okay. I should not be able to hop on this. 3, 2, 1, hop. Well.
So I think it's fine to hop, but maybe still be affected by like the slow.
I mean, but then at that point, why have the hop? Right? Like if we're gonna slow them, it would look weird for them to be hopping and be slowed. Like, I guess they can hop and.
I guess so. Like in Mario Kart, you do hop to try to get out of the rough terrain faster. That's kind of the thing for Mario Kart. But like, I don't know if that is truly a big deal.
Okay, I guess we can. Like, you still can't drift though.
Yeah,
So,
we just cancel out drifting and boosting. You can't drift and boost basically inside. Like if
I guess it's a way to change the direction, because if you hop, you can change the direction a lot easier.
that's probably a good thing to have it too. So if you're
Yeah,
a heavy, then you're gonna like. Yeah, that does help kind of change direction. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to be as player friendly as possible, because if you're getting whacked around a lot and I don't want people to just hate the game because you're getting rough terrain a lot.
Yeah. Oh, it didn't work. I didn't want the boost to go off. I really like how the slippery feels. You're just like
slippery? Me too. It's pretty cool.
It basically is free trip.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Dude, I'm looking forward to starting doing multiplayer again, because I'm excited to like have all these terrain types and have the cart types and just start fighting each other and stuff. Like we could even play as Mallet Boy, like both as Mallet Boy because he's like the most finished, and then just have like different cart types attached to him. Like one can be a flyer, one can be an off-roader or something, you know, just for kicks.
Flyer boy.
Flyer Boy.
Creature boy. Off-road boy.
Yeah, I kind of saw him as an off-roader.
Oh no.
I think Talk will definitely be a street, and then we have an off-roader, and we have a flyer. So that's kind of cool. We have our variation all in our first pack, essentially.
Yeah. What do you think Bucky counts as off-road?
He would likely be off-road, yeah, because he like if we're gonna have a mudding effect or a passive or something like that. Still, I'm not sure if we're gonna be keeping that, but he should definitely be an off-roader. It just makes sense to me. It's Ho Truck.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think.
I like your choices of the curves currently. Like, it feels like I can get good drift amounts and then boosts.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at how like Mario Kart does it, and I think before, I was making it too turny without a lot of straights. So I think this has a good variation of both, you know.
I wonder if I can just run the with Castle Map Daniel. Oh,
What's up? Oh,
keep forgetting about that thing. Okay. Yeah. I was just gonna open up the Bowser map and just
Okay.
like see how it drives on that map because we have most of the like we can't just drag and drop our character in, so
Yeah. One thing
it'll
we
be
need
fun.
to. What was that?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, one thing we need to do with this Bowser map is just that dropping area. We need to have that like basically like be funneled to the next part, or this way we can't finish a whole lap in the Bowser map right now because they have that shooting boost thing. Like right now we just fall into the pit. Like essentially like you're like launched into the air and you're like streamlined all the way to the other part of the track.
And would you say that those parts are intended to like not have player interaction during those parts, where it's like if you're launched into that, we can just say, yeah, let's just have the characters essentially be on the rail instead of having to worry about like dodging or blah blah blah. Or if you
Oh.
when they're up there, it's like that's like, hey, they're in a vulnerable position because they're in that part of the track. And if
Yeah.
you have like, a long range ability that you can actually aim and hit them with,
I think it'd be fun to be able to still do combat and still be able to like, because right now they have gliders in Mario Kart, right? So you're kind of able to like move left and right, but you are railed. Maybe you can't go up or down, but you can just go left and right, kind of thing. Oh.
yeah, the camera stuff definitely need to figure out.
Yeah.
It might be a case where I make it only start to adjust once the difference reaches a certain amount.
So you have like a threshold of it.
Yeah, it's like once the math, but basically, actually, I'm just gonna do this. But once the oh, I still can't look that up. Okay. Once the difference reaches a certain amount, then I can say, okay, don't use the pitch. Yeah. Or if we have curves, like if we continue to have splines be like what our roads are connected via,
Mm-hmm.
we can always just have that information be utilizing the splines info.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because people want to see the environment and see what's going on and stuff.
Yeah. I can't really whenever I'm like,
Is your acceleration just being shot when you're going uphill?
well, yeah, I think it's because it's like I'm having to like,
You're like fighting
oh,
gravity, and also that sticky road thing is no longer a thing.
well, let me turn it on. I think this is all I need for sticky.
Yeah.
So, Lego full screen. Okay.
Yeah, 'cause people want to see the environment, and then, but also have the camera where you're not feeling sick.
I think our camera right now is looking a little bit too down anyway.
Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm.
Dunk. Wee. Dunk.
Oh, is that a crash?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Something about crashing into these walls it does not like.
It's like I don't like that at all.
It's probably just due to something with like the importing of that map from Mario Kart. But
Yeah.
okay, regardless though. So yeah, we need to. Right, I need to look at. Okay, I think I need to stop like avoiding and just like figure out how to make the snappy road BP like actually like, optimized so we can actually use it.
Okay.
Because that will just allow us to like it. Because if we're able to have like that spline right for the stuff, that'll help us with going. Okay, we want to have the orientation of the camera match this right now,
Yeah.
instead of figure out other things.
Yeah, totally.
Because right now it's a. Oh,
Wow.
and that's just one function. Want to now?
Dang.
Yeah. Okay, maybe not. Let me quickly go in here though. Alright, cast a player controller. I want to say it is locally controlled. If you are not locally controlled, I want you to create. Report. I want above head. Want to set own actor be this. I want to ooh, okay. That's better. Wait, I have a function for that. Uh,
Yeah, I think I like that one best.
um,
Get ability system.
yeah, it
We're
was
on
like,
the
want to get the right thing.
BP hero cart.
Yeah, I'm right now just adding the widget. And blue screen is what I was wanting.
So what are you adding to it? The BP cart or B cart?
The above head widget.
Oh, okay, cool.
Owner does not need to see it. Get user widget. And that's to go. Let's see how that doobie do. Okay. Alright. I want to see their health bars. I probably need another character to be able to see the health bars. Oh,
That could be helpful.
great. What?
Yeah, basically, I had that an idea for like the HUD, and so people that are watching can see what, like, an idea of what. So I had an idea of like having it. Here, I'll put it on my screen actually, so I'm not blocking everything. Let's see. So Yeah, so I had this idea for the HUD being what?
Me. Oh man, why is the HUD not? Why is the above head health bar not appearing? I wonder why.
Hmm.
There's nothing in it. So it's like, hey, I was spawning. I just didn't do anything
It's just spawning nothing.
here. Okay, vertical box.
So yeah, we have the idea to have these different elements here. So we have like the character, we have possibly character health, and then possibly character mana if we end up going with power mana. We have our kind of like caution indicators here, similar to Mario Kart. So it's kind of like right below the back tires. We have these caution indicator icons. Maybe or maybe not have these your 3 allies above your map, but I definitely want to have the map over here. I just like the way the league does it, where they have the different people so you can kind of see what their health and everything is, but I don't think it's fully necessary. Then your place and your current lap. If we end up doing consumable, basically if we have a consumable pickups, then similar to Mario Kart, have it on the top left corner. And then if we have any text things like this player killed this player, or this player got an assist to this player, that'll all be kind of like right over here. It'd be kind of cool to have like auditory thing for that too, kind of like what they do in League, but text works too. Yeah, right now we're trying to get audio going too, but I think text is good, at least for now. But yeah, so a lot of things to do with the HUD. And then yeah, health bars above the characters, that kind of thing. But then the name and health bar would always stay the same size on the camera, so as to not like crowd space. Kind of like in Overwatch, when you're getting closer to a character, the character gets bigger, like they should, being in the foreground, but the health bar remains the same scale so that it's not like blocking anything. Kind of a typical way of doing it. Yeah, I really like this for the flyer. That's pretty cool. Must be. So what I'm noticing with the flyer currently is that I don't want to distract you too much. The flyer is being affected by the slippery terrain, just not the slow terrain. So we probably just need to like, yeah. However, probably just yeah. However, the logic is on the different terrain types, just to never have it be affected by with the flyer unless there's certain situations. But we can worry about that later. I didn't like my mount by command. Why not?
What did it do?
It just disappeared.
Oh.
Set character Malaboy 0, right?
Yeah.
Disappears. try Bucky, see if there's anything different. Buckley. Okay, yeah, it's happening with Bucky too, so it must be just a general thing.
Yeah, I might have messed something up.
Good. Actually, don't want to save that. Street. That's fun.
I need to figure out why those health bar things are not appearing. I'm probably missing something very easy.
So just to be above his head?
Huh?
So the health
Yeah,
bar should
yeah.
be above his head?
Yeah, there's probably just like some weird thing happening. But yeah. Sorry, it's just like fun to drift in a circle.
It's funny.
So I'm like kind of like spinning in my head. I'm like, well, might as well spin in the game.
That's funny.
Okay.
Yeah, I wonder. Is it like, does it need to be attached to the mesh by chance, like the UI element?
No, I think it's just something to do with the initialization timing of it. For whatever reason, it's just like being hidden all the time. So, up. Okay.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah. So,
I'm excited.
what else? Like, huh?
I'm excited to get the HUD going though. It's gonna be fun, just to like see everything on the map.
Yeah, like you can see in the top left, you have like the health and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then those two other bars, I was going to have be the ability meter or the mana bar, and then the other one be the chaos meter.
Cool.
I was also,
Well,
I was also thinking of having. You see the boost one?
the boost, yes. Boost
I was
meter.
thinking of having that fill up as you're doing mini turbo stuff, so that way, like you can like see your progress on it. Because I think that would help people like, kind of like feel more connected to it, and that way they know how close they are to the next level.
Mm.
So that means that they can go, oh, okay, that means I just need to like do it a little bit earlier on this turn. Versus not knowing, was I 1 second off? Was I 2 seconds off?
Yeah, I mean the VFX coloration, it should do a lot of that, but we can try it. I think it'd be fun.
I mean, more like the build up between. So imagine if like that bar
Yeah.
fills up and then resets to 0 each time it flicks to a new color.
Oh, I see. So it's just like kind of thing, like it has its own. Okay. Should the bar color be equivalent to the color of the VFX, like
Sure.
blue, yellow, purple, kind of thing?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Kind of fun. Yeah,
That way
that'd
it gives a little extra bit of clarity. Also, like fun with the UI like going in sync with you. Because I think like whenever the UI and like game elements are in sync, it always feels fun.
I think they do that in Crash Bandicoot actually, or Crash Team Racing. I think they have some kind of boost meter thing on how it works, or like drifting meter thing. Yeah, I think they have like a timed boost, or I'm not sure how exactly it works, but I know they do have a UI element for boosting or for drifting.
Also, I have a quick question for you. If
Yeah.
I'm falling through the air and I press drift, should I start drifting when I land? If I'm holding drift when I land.
I think so. Yeah, I would think so. So I know currently if you're holding drift in the air, you have better handling still. So that's still a bug. But I think as soon as you land, I think you should start doing your drifting. Yeah.
Okay. Then. Excuse me. Okay. So, oh my god, these meta conditionals are such a mess. You know what? Let's do it together, class. Okay. First step, if you're drifting or not. Second step, if I'm not, you know what? I'm just gonna put else if not be drifting, even though it's not necessary. It helps with the clarity. So if be current drift input. So if I am not drifting, if be current drift input. Okay, if I'm drifting and moving on ground. Right. Sorry, I'm like now being like, oh man, I forgot how many conditionals I put in the drifting logic. Okay, so
cool.
if I'm drifting, I'm currently pressing drift. Sorry, yeah. Maybe I should start from. Yeah. Okay. So when we are not drifting and we are pressing drift, if I am pressing drift input and I'm moving on ground, and I want to hop. Sorry. I'm not drifting. And not is on. Not on the picture. Not right on that. Huh. Okay. So let's add comments just for future sake, right? So if not drifting, but pressing drift, is moving on ground, is on invalid drift terrain, then we want to hop. So if on ground and already haven't hopped, hop. Cool. Okay. If I'm not drifting, then I don't care, right? Yeah. Okay. So if I am drifting and I have not that, then I want to stop drifting. If drifting but not holding the input. Okay. I also need to put if BRB is moving on ground, then all this logic goes in there. This is what actually makes the turning of the drift happen stronger than normal turning. So that's why I had a whole bunch of remapping and stuff. Then, okay, so that's that taken care of. If I am drifting, aha, okay, or current throttle axis is less than 0.1F, or is on invalid drifting terrain. So basically, input or no gas, or on invalid terrain, we stop drifting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And however, though, and I can just say return here actually. That way I don't even bother going to this next section.
Okay. So do you add notes just for later down, like the line and everything, and then you delete the notes when if you implemented it and stuff? Is that kind of how it works?
No, general comments, the idea behind them is not just to help other people looking at your code. It's also for if there, that looks a lot nicer again.
It's like bookmarking kind of thing.
Yeah, or like if I'm coming back at it later, I'm trying to go like, well, hold up a minute. You know, What was I doing? Why was I calling this code here? What was my intent? What was past Patrick's ideas? So that's kind of the point of this, because it's a lot easier to read a bunch of this text. So, but it's if drifting, and then otherwise it's like otherwise if moving on the ground, this happens.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we stop drifting. We don't need this one. If current drifting and not drifting. Regardless of anything else, keep direction of what direction a drift would be. Okay.
Cool.
So I just leave that there. Actually, I want to put that first. Because no matter what, we always want to know what direction our drift would be if we were to be drifting. Because that doesn't affect anything. So... Right? I think so. We'll figure it out. Okay. Do this.
I know we need to create the maybe like airtime debuff thing too eventually. Because then that could be, you know how like when you have airtime in League and everything, you get your silence basically, you're effectively silenced from abilities. When you're knocked up in the air, I think that'd be good, and it also like the multiplier for the flyers, you know, for having them be like increased to CC essentially.
Yeah.
That'd be something we need to add.
And here we go. Okay. So if drift queued. Okay, wait. So whenever we land, I want to say if I am drifting currently, do nothing. So that means we're doing what we want, and we have the logic that will turn on and off the particle effects, which we don't have yet.
Right.
But make it so that you don't have sparks flying whenever you're in the air.
Right.
So, but if I'm not drifting when I land, I go, well, if I have drift queued, which means did I do like a little hop? Or just do I have the input? Current drift inputs. It's true, then we start drifting.
Awesome.
Okay, so let's see if that is doing what we're wanting. I can get rid of this. Oops. I pressed the wrong delete button. There we go. Okay, so where's this being used by? Whatever, let's run it. So now ideally we should have drifting start on landing if you're holding the button, because I think that would feel really good if you go off a ramp and want to immediately drift on landing.
Me too.
Instead of having to hop first.
Me too. Yeah, because it's almost like a pre-hop by just landing. Yeah, and I think that should even be able to happen when you land after being displaced too. So like you can like try to like get back unless you fall in rough terrain, of course. So if you fall in rough terrain, that would be able to happen. But yeah, if you get knocked away on part of the track, then you should be able to like drift immediately or start drifting immediately as soon as you hit the ground.
I wonder how much Discord potentially takes up of bandwidth, because I feel like when I use the Discord app, it's longer to compile.
Really? Well, you also have like better camera resolution when you're on the app too, so maybe just block over.
Yeah. Which, I mean, trade-offs. Having good video quality is probably a useful thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I drift, perfect. If I'm in the air, I hold drift. I do it. Sweet.
Like
So if I'm here, immediately into a drift.
sending off a ramp, or is that just in general, even not hops?
I'm using the debug spacebar launch. This is your normal hop.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, okay. For some reason they were on a flyer or something like that, and you're hopping high. Okay.
So your normal set of it. And then if I get to that ramp,
Yeah. Well. So then you can start drifting immediately. Nice. Okay. And what about the rough terrain? Did you change the rough terrain yet, or is that was just on the notes?
yeah, so I'll go to the rough terrain and I'll so if I
Cancel drift.
yeah. So for example, I can hop, but I can't drift.
Nice. Okay. Perfect.
And then if I was, dang, that's speed slowdown feels so rough, especially once you like start losing all your speed.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm drifting here, currently it stops your drift and still fires a boost. It shouldn't be, but ideally, yeah. So it's like whee, no longer allowed to.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. So was it playing the animation for the drift? Or that just didn't get canceled, but.
Huh?
Does it play the drift animation like where you like still kind of have a turn, or is that just you turning? Okay, that's just you turning. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, it just won't let you. Okay, sweet. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Well, your boost didn't go anywhere. Oh, this ground resistance is, yeah, you're currently 90% slowed.
Yep.
Oh man.
I'm in the blue.
Yeah, I think the general, like a general resistance terrain probably would only be like 20 or 30%. Like this is 75% significantly slowed.
But you're probably also not going to have massive areas of the dirt.
That's true. Yeah. Awesome,
Yeah, so
man.
if you use that Snappy Roads tool,
Yeah.
then because it has spots that change what materials and physics materials get assigned, so we could have like these ledges here,
Yeah.
bigger, and have them be the dirt terrain.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. I can probably prep something too.
Yeah, just like build out one that has the spots for like dirt and whatnot. Because I'm pretty sure it had variables for like placing a yeah, for like the sides of the track mats. And so if we do that and just use some simple colors, then we can hopefully have a track that has like all those like elements.
Yeah. Isn't the other Snappy Roads terrain above us? Like above up here? In the maybe it's the other, oh, must be that other level then. The other map. Whatever the first map is. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so the green would be the slow and the red would be the... But I can definitely figure that out. Yeah. I can make something, I think. I think I'll make something.
Yeah. Okay, let me just open up that map real quick.
Sure.
It is silly crashing again because of the missing a reference.
No.
But yeah, 'cause I think that will help all of the stuff that we've been doing all kind of come together.
Yeah.
And then that'll help us with figuring out exactly like a nice scenario to have people play in for a playtest. Instead of just being like, hey, here's a few maps where we can have try out stuff.
Totally. Yeah, once we get the kill planes and the the actual
Okay.
yeah, when we get the checkpoints in and the loops and everything, that should be good.
Yeah, I think it's what you're saying. What you're saying about like your previous track is that there's not enough like straightaways. So like this one has a lot of just like turns into turns.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we'll figure that out. And yeah, I think I can build out the mesh so that it looks better than that. It looks so ridgy here. And yeah, we probably need to make our own version of Snappy Road, so it's just kind of more stuff, but or at least like more simple. Oh yeah, this is good stuff. Cool. And I plan on doing I want to finish off some more talk stuff, so I'll be doing more like ZBrush, high poly stuff here soon. So definitely check out the new art streams, y'all. That's coming up soon. And then I'll be going off to California the rest of the week after Wednesday. So yeah, probably just be streaming tomorrow and today, and yeah, be busy the rest of the week. Thanks, Pat. Thanks for joining. And that was really helpful, by the way. That the end part right there, where you're kind of like showing off and like just talking about what you're doing in code. Yeah, that's fun. I can finally understand.
Good times for like those focus. So a lot of times coding for me is because I'm so scatterbrained. It's like in a billion different files.
Yeah.
But yeah, whenever it's in one function where it's like, hey, let's talk through how we're gonna do this, just like through the conditionals and yeah. So.
Awesome. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah. Well, thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. And if you like this, then check out our other streams. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Hi, everyone.